Hey everyone, Cidsa here with today's review of Guilty Gear XRD. XRD? Whatever.
Heaven or hell, let's rock!
Just a quick disclaimer, I'm going to be talking about the PC version of this game just because that's the newest release. However, quite a lot of this does apply to the PS4 version as well, so take it as you will. So, I kinda had to sit and think about how I was going to review this game, because while I really love the Guilty Gear series, and it is one of the fighting games I'm actually good at, I'm not that good at it, so we're gonna go by the basics and not anything like counting frames or anything like that, because that goes right over my head, I'm sorry. If you've ever played a Guilty Gear game before, you'll probably notice the huge graphical change that has occurred. The character models have all been changed from sprites into 3D models, however the 3D models are colored to kind of look like the original sprites. I can't really say for sure why they tried this style, but I think the experiment really worked out. Once you get used to the fact that they're not sprites, the models actually look really good. However, there is a bit of a downside with the graphics here. In an attempt to make the graphics look more like an anime, they actually copied the way that anime runs at a lower FPS. This overlaid on all the other graphics that run at 60 FPS makes the character animations feel like they're lagging. It's kind of a weird design choice and one I could have done without, honestly. Okay, let's get into the important part, and that's the actual fighting. The last Guilty Gear game I played was XX Accent Core, and I'd say that this one plays pretty similarly. It's definitely a game that feels faster and more fluid somehow than something like Street Fighter does. And geez, it's ridiculously difficult to explain how fighting games play. It's kinda something you have to pick up and try for yourself to really get the feel for it. But I will say that if you're used to something like Dead or Alive or the newer Street Fighters, then this one's gonna play a bit differently than that. The ones I can think of that kind of come the closest are the BlazBlue series, and then also the Persona 4 Arena series. If you've played those, then you kinda have an idea of what Guilty Gear is like. If you're playing this on the PC, you have a lot of control options. There's controllers, there's the keyboard, there's various fight sticks you can use. All I can really say is don't use the 360 controller. Seriously, the D-pad is fucking cancer. The way they animated all the special attacks is super cool. I mean, they looked awesome in the sprite version, but look how frickin' awesome this looks. Let's not forget the music in this game. The guy who does the music for all these games, Daisuke Ishwatari, returns and makes an awesome soundtrack as per usual. Is there really anything better than having a thrashing hard rock soundtrack play while you fight people? Oh yeah, this game has a story too. Nobody cares about story in fighting games. There's one big fat drawback in this game, and that's not just a lack of Bridget. I mean, what the hell? No, it's really the lack of unlockables. Yeah, you can unlock art and badges, but who cares? You're limited to the roster that it gives you, and then there's 3 DLC characters. Whoopity-doo. I can't go too hard on them because this game was rebuilt from the ground up, so I understand the limitations they were facing. But geez, give us some things to do in this game, dang. Alright, so should you buy this game? If you're into fighting games at all, then yes. However, do remember that there's nothing really to unlock, so most of the enjoyment you're gonna get from this game is from fighting. And I know saying that sounds redundant as hell, but it'll shorten the lifespan of this game if you're not into online play, or tournament play, or local play. You're gonna want to play this game with people, otherwise there's just really no point. Bridget for next DLC, please! Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe for more. Also check out all my social media accounts to see what I'm up to. And maybe hit up my Patreon to help me do this full time.